40 shooting like a boom. Smack 'em. Cool. Quiet.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the NBA Recap. Yes, sir, back with another video, back with another episode. And today we're going to talk about the games that went on yesterday, man. There's some good games that went on, some very telling games, and some things that made me very intrigued about the league and where it's going. And also, I want to talk about my Selection Sunday pick. I will reveal that later on in the video. And yeah, we're going to talk about various topics, and we're going to talk about a lot of things going leading up to the NBA. And we're talking about a little bit of officiating officiating that went on. So, yeah, a lot of stuff to talk about, a lot of stuff to get into. But, without further ado, let's get into these games. Now, the first game I want to talk about is the Thunders beat the Grizzlies, man. Very interesting game to watch. I saw a lot of things that I liked. I saw how, well, once again, it just showed how Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is a great player, man. Another 30-point game. They really shouldn't. I feel like this team would be so much more successful if he didn't sit out some of these games. They had this weird lineup that they ran. There was no Lou Dort. They just had some. There was just a weird lineup. No Al Horford, I believe. Just a weird lineup, but they still able to get this win over the Grizzlies, man. John Morant had a good game. Jonas Valanciunas also had a good game. I'm very confused on how they lost the game, but I feel like it's just Shai making the clutch shot after clutch shot. Being a bully, man. He has the most weirdest shot ever, but he'll still put it in. So, a great win for them. You definitely need some of these wins. They're still staying competitive, man. Can they make a playoff push? I have no idea, man. I mean, they are in the tough Western Conference, so maybe not. But at the same time, they're really. You can't back down to this team. This team is very talented. Let's just say that. The next game we'll talk about of the day was Warriors beat the Jazz, man. Once again, I said it first. When Jazz are starting to come back to earth a little bit. I told you in my previous videos that when the Jazz start missing shots, bro, they're going to lose these games. This is what happens when you live and die by three. Some people did not agree with me with this. I said it first. The Jazz, once they miss those shots, man, they are very beatable. They're very vulnerable, man. Donovan Mitchell was just chucking shots out of nowhere, man. Jordan Clarkson was 9 of 23, man. No, okay? I told you. I said this first. When you live and die by three, it comes with consequences. If you miss shots, that's what happens. That's what makes you guys vulnerable. The Warriors just tore apart these guys. Rudy Gobert had a monster game, obviously 24-28, 2 and 4, I believe. Crazy game for him, but he was battling Draymond Green, James Wiseman. So not really much to do. Not really much. I mean, it's very easy to get 28 rebounds against them. I mean, but hey, I'm not. It's Rudy Gobert, man. 200 mil. Steph Curry had a nice game, 32 points. Andrew Wiggins, man, was on everybody's ass, man. He had a mean 28 points. Crazy. He was hitting like tough shots, man. Draymond Green was popping threes. I feel like if Draymond Green's popping threes, man, you're probably losing that game. Especially and like I said, man, Donovan Mitchell didn't have the greatest night ever. Jordan Clarkson didn't have the greatest night ever. Royce O'Neal just sometimes just on the court sometimes. I don't know what that dude does sometimes, but hey, things happen. Move on. The Sixers blow out the Spurs, man. There's no DeMar DeRozan, no Joel Embiid, but Ben Simmons, Tobias Harris carried. I believe Seth Curry also had a nice game. This seemed like a really good even though it was a blowout, I still continued to watch this game. It just seemed like the Sixers were trying to prove something where they are the best team even without Joel Embiid on the court, man. Joel Embiid will miss significant time, so will this put him out of the MVP race? Probably. So this is very interesting. Once again, like I said, the 76ers looks like the game that they wanted to prove to everybody that they're still the best team in the league, even without their MVP candidate player. But at the same time, still a nice game. The Spurs, man, not much to say about them. They lost, pretty bad loss. I know DeJounte Murray had a nice game, but they still lost. Hey, it happens, man. Spurs are no they're no pups, man. They are a tough team to beat. But at the same time, they lost this game. It happens. You move on. If DeRozan was there, I think it might have been a closer game. Maybe they would have won this game, but obviously he was not. So things happen. The next game we'll talk about is the Heat beat the Magic, man, and Jimmy Butler, man. Jimmy Butler, Jimmy Buckets, man. Should he be in the MVP conversation? When I was writing my notes for this video last night, I was really thinking about like should Joel Embiid really be in the MVP case? I really wasn't sure. Man, I thought people were gonna find me kind of stupid for saying this, but then I saw other people post it. I was like, okay, damn, they just kind of stole my idea. But at the same time, Jimmy Butler, the Heat have won what 10 of the last 11, 10 of the last 12, I think. They've been on a tear. They've been on a tear. They've been spanking teams, man. Obviously you're going against the Magic, but still they've been spanking teams, man. Jimmy Butler being in it should be. I think he should be in the MVP candidacy. I don't know. I mean, obviously, he probably won't get votes because they are. Because once again, it is the Heat. They started off really bad, but they did get back up with Jimmy Butler being the lineup. There's obviously no Bam Adebayo, and they're being kind of safe with Bam Adebayo. But yeah, he's just having fun putting up great stats for. I mean, when Jimmy Butler comes to your team, man, usually you're a playoff team. Usually, we saw that with Sixers. We saw that with the Timberwolves. We saw it with the Bulls back in the day, man. I mean, he's just a great player, and all around, I love the way he's running out his game, man. Becoming the playmaker that he is, becoming the point forward that he is, becoming the guy to shoot the offense, becoming the guy. I mean, he's always been a two-way guy, but just getting those clutch steals at the end of games, man. Playing as hard as he can, and I love what he's doing with this Heat team, man. For the Magic, man, I'm gonna just say obviously injuries. Vucevic still playing amazing, but you can't really do much, man. You can't really do much, man. Maybe next year they'll be back, but as far as right now, nothing. The next game we talk about the Hawks beat the Cavs, man. This was game. The Hawks, man. Like I said this in my a couple videos ago. Nate McMillan has really changed the way this team has played. They've been playing a lot more fluidly. But I also partially believe that it's because they're actually healthy. They're actually like healthy. So like if you remember in the beginning of the season when they were healthy, they were winning games. They were one of the best teams in the league. But then when they got injured, Bogdanovich went out, Rondo went out, Rondo was in and out, Gallinari was in and out. Um, they're losing games, but now they're pretty much healthy. The only thing they're missing is Chris Dunn, and there's obviously no Capella. There's obviously no Capella this game. But at the same time, you still got a good amount of guys. They're just healthy. They're just healthy, in my opinion. But as of right now, Aaron Miller is the coach is the coach to look at right now. He's getting this team new routes, new ideas, new things to go over, and they're being good teams. Obviously, you're going against the Cavs, but at the same time, they were losing to some pretty shitty teams when they were injured. Trae Young didn't even have the best game, but John Collins came back. John Collins came with a nice game, and yeah, all I can say about the Cavs is they're bad. Sorry, Cavs fans. Next thing we talk about Celtics blowout Rockets, man. The Wings, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown had a nice game. Kemba Walker also had a pretty decent game. Um, this is a game that I didn't really watch because when I saw the score, I was like, bro, like, no point watching this. I will talk about the Rockets a little bit. Obviously they suck, but at the same time, Victor Oladipo is still there. This box score is a nice game, but when I watched the game, I saw you doing some pretty stupid shit in my opinion. But at the same time, things happen, and you just gotta have to move on. Um, KPJ, man, Kevin Porter Jr., man, a steal in my opinion, a steal. Obviously, didn't have the greatest game ever, but he did have 7 assists with 11 points. So obviously, his last game he went crazy. Um, yeah, this was a game where I feel like their future is pretty nice when you look at it. The future is nice. They got Kevin Porter Jr. for practically nothing. They sent him to the G League, man. He dominated the G League. He came up. Now he's doing great things for them. I understand why the cat let him go, but at the same time, he's a star, man. He's a star, man. He's definitely a star. Next thing we'll talk about the T Wolves beat the Blazers, man. This was another nice game. This is another nice game. The last game was pretty nice as well. Anthony Edwards, man, another career high 30 plus points. He doing great. He was doing great things. I liked how I mean Dame had a nice game. Gary Trent Jr. is continuing to be great in CJ McCollum's absence, man. People are saying that they should start Gary Trent at the forward position. Me personally, I think that's stupid because he'd be better coming off the bench. But at the same time, things happen. He's been playing great. Roka also had a nice game, but at the same time, it was just It was just Anthony Edwards, man. He was just disrespecting Carmelo, man. He putting threes to the head when he made a three over him. Man, nice game. Also another big dunk. Yeah, definitely looked like the number one overall pick. In the draft. Crazy game, crazy game. I love how the Timberwolves they've been working, man. They've been putting things back together, man. I said this in my couple videos ago that with their new coach, I forget his name, but with their new coach, they've been working better in my opinion. They've definitely been working better. Um, I don't know if I said it already, but Dame also had a nice game. But yeah, they lost. CJ McCollum should be back soon though, so maybe they'll be better. The Bulls beat the Raptors, man. They made a significant lineup change. They took Wendell Carter out of the starting line. They took Kobe White out of the starting line. They started Thaddeus Young and Tomas Satoransky. Um, very interesting. They did win this game. It was very. I mean, having Kobe White come off the bench, in my opinion, should have been what they did in the beginning. I feel like this team definitely should be a playoff team, but it's just that the lineups they're doing. Billy Donovan's trying to work through the lineups. He made a significant lineup change. I think this is a very good lineup change. I don't know if it'll work in the future, but as of right now, they had a mean game against the Raptors. Um, yeah, Wendell Carter Jr. came off the bench. Patrick Williams had a career high. Zach LaVine didn't have the best game ever, and yeah, for the Raptors, man, Norman Powell had a nice game. Will continue to be the great player. Kyle Lowry got a tech for throwing the ball to the official full court for some reason. I don't know why. It's these officials these days are really soft. I don't understand why, but hey, things happen. Move on. Yeah, I believe he got ejected. So yeah, stupid. But at the same time, things happen. You move on. Next game we'll talk about is the Pelicans blow out the Clips, man. I watched the game the entirety of the it's in its entirety. This was a game where Kawhi had a decent game. PG looked like he was non-existent. I forgot that dude was on the court sometimes. And Zion Williamson another efficient night. I like seeing Kira Lewis getting some minutes, man. Um, I saw Jackson Hayes literally sunned Reggie Jackson, man. Reggie Jackson also had a good game, but Jackson Hayes just sunned him. He got attacked for taunting. Stupid in my opinion, dumb. But at the same time, things happen. NBA fishing kind of soft, man. And then that's all you can really say. These are great set of games, man. Now on to my March Madness pick. I'm not gonna go over my full bracket because that just takes a lot of time. But at the same time, I might do a video later where I analyze all of it. But as of right now, I'm just gonna say my pick, and I have Baylor winning it all, man. I know what you're thinking, man. What the hell? Why do you have Baylor, you dumbass motherfucker? Why do you got Baylor? I think they're just different this season. I watched a lot of Baylor basketball. And I think they're gonna make some noise in March Madness, man. I do. Everyone's picking Alabama for some reason. I know they're having a great season, but at the same time, it's Alabama. Like I said, I like what Baylor's doing. I mean, Gonzaga is obviously the best team. They haven't lost a game, but I think they do have a few flaws. Jalen Suggs, who's probably gonna be a top 5 pick, is doing great things. Definitely. I like how it's funny how they're not doing anything with they're not doing anything with I'm blanking. But like I said, Michigan is not Michigan. No one has Michigan in their as winning it. I think it's kind of weird considering that, but I just think for me, Baylor is the team to beat in my opinion. I don't care what nobody says. Don't at me, and if you agree with me, disagree, let me know in the chat. But that was all for the video. Make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Make sure you tell me if you agree with anything. Make sure you tell your friends about my channel, man. Tell me in the comments if you agree or disagree with what I say. And yeah, as always, we out. Peace.
Why do they get up and leave? Tell you they love you, then get up and leave. I show the loyalty.